MRecktv. Let's go to music. M.Reck. Y'all wanna stunt and floss on Front Street? The Hawk will tear through your gut, spill out your lunch meat. You the main Vic, they booking for drugs. Niggas starving out here, and you looking like grub. That new M.Reck Catch a Lick single, aka Money Dance, that's killing the airwaves on Shade 405 and many different other stations in Connecticut, Boston, so forth and so on. You can get it now. The links is in the video description. It's available on Google Play, Deezer, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, etc., etc. Go get that. One. Slug you, the streets don't love you. Not at all. By now, homie, you shoulda knew that. Word. Ain't no Nino Browns in this town. You a new jack.
I knew Jim. I wasn't close with Jim, and Jim knew me. You understand? Just like I knew Cam. I knew Joel's better than all of them.
Oh, wow.
And I knew Uncasa. I just texted Uncasa recently. I heard he shouted me out on his channel. And I said to Un, I don't got no hard feelings with you, bro. And you know it's always love. And he hit me back on Instagram, say yo Dad, you always been one of my favorite MCs, bro. I respect you. And I hit him back likewise. So shout out to Uncasa.
Salute to Uncasa.
Where it started going wrong between Jim and I was Shice Bub. Shout out to Shice Bub. Now Shice Bub wanted to do a song with Ray.
Okay.
Right?
Got you. So
Shice Bub was working on the Purple City mixtape, and he was doing it at a studio on 141st on Hamilton. Shout out to A Mafia, one of the realest. That's his hood right there. Okay. Shout out to my boy A Mafia.
Shout out to A Mafia.
Mafia got a new project coming out. Support my boy A Mafia.
We both got songs with A Mafia too.
Yeah, exactly. So, exactly. So I called Ray. Yo, Ray, you know, my boy Shice Bub want to do something with you. You know, Ray was like, oh, word, what's the numbers? So I told Ray the numbers. He's like, all right, where you at? So I told him where I was at. So Ray came through. So we went to the studio. Shice said he was running a little bit behind time. So we...
Let me stop you there. And because the fans going to want to know. At that time, you know, Ray was hot. What was Ray getting at that time? I know he probably did a favor. Yeah. He did. He gave him the homie price. Okay. Yeah, I don't know because that was his business. I didn't really get into it. I let him and Shice talk. Okay, got you. You see what I'm saying? Got you. So, so when Shice came, he came with Jim. So, you know, Jim and I was having small talk while Shice and Ray worked out whatever they had to work out. So now we was leaving. So when we was leaving, Jim walked down with us. Now this was around the time Dipset was hot. Gotcha. It was on fire. You understand what I'm saying? So when we went downstairs, you know, Jim talking, and he kind of said something that offended me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. God bless the dead. Chip Banks said, yo, Dad, man, you wear your emotions on your sleeves. You need to stop that. I remember Banks distinctively saying that to me at some time. So Jim said something to the effect of, I'm gonna say, you know me, Dad, like, if I wasn't doing this music thing, you know me, I have two birds and be in the street. So what that did, and it annoyed me, and due to the fact that sometimes I have a habit of wearing my emotions on my sleeves, I think he might have picked up on that. So you know, why did it annoy you? I mean,
this goes to anybody. Can anybody in Harlem come to me and say to me that Jim is known for birds, for making a whole bunch of money selling bricks?
Got you.
Yeah, so I felt it was fraudulent.
Got you.
But maybe I shouldn't have handled it how I handled it. But like I said, I wear my emotions on my sleeves, and it annoyed me at that point.
You wasn't trying to stamp that because it wasn't official.
Nah, I wasn't trying to stamp that, and I think that's what he was looking for, a stamp for Raekwon. But I don't know. I just didn't stamp it.
You're just not that guy for that.
Yeah. At that time, I wasn't. Yeah. So, but the real beef
wasn't necessarily between Jim and I. The real beef was between Gangsta Lou and Jim. Yeah. So the reason Gangsta Lou and Jim had problems was because of some homie stuff. You see, Lou keeps me away from his homie side of things.
So when you say homie stuff, you talking about like
some gang stuff.
The blood affiliation?
Yeah, because both of them are non-trade.
Got you. Oh,
right.
Wow.
Both of them are Billies, non-text grenades. Both of them are.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And shout out to my homie RC, my nephew RC rather, that's in Green Haven. I just went to see him. Shout out to the boy Mr. Nice, who just got 95 years, bro.
Wow.
They gave Nice 95 years. That's crazy. Damn. And shout out to the Ape Jab, B. I don't know what pound you in, Jab, but your name is ringing a lot of bells. He from 148 between Amsterdam and Broadway.
All
yeah. So the beef was really between them two. See, I'm not homie. So Lou always kept me separated from that side of his life.
Got you.
Right? So the beef got spiraled so out of control that Lou was running around Harlem looking for Jim, and Jim was hiding. If you look on the internet, you'll see people talking about some guy named Gangsta Lou chasing Jim around Harlem. It was like that because Lou was very strong. You understand? So one day, Lou asked me to come with him downtown. So I'm like, where we going, Lou? He's like, yo, we going to the studio downtown.
About how long ago was this? I know it's been a minute, but you know, just time frame wise, if you could.
Damn, Reck, you stay doing that.
I got to, because people, they gonna want to know now.
It was a while ago.
This is. Did Jim Jones have an album out at this time?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think, matter of fact, I think this was around the time at the height of his career when Ballin' was out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. This was at the height of his career.
Oh, okay.
When he had the most strength.
Yeah.
So, he says, yo, it's this dude named True Life that want to meet me. I'm like, word? He like, yeah. He said, yo, I heard Jim try to get True Life.
To get at him?
To get at him. You understand? And True Life and them came uptown and got at some dudes that they thought was Lou. That Lou eventually told me it was some dudes named Artie Boo from down the hill.
Wow.
That got at some dudes they thought was Lou, but actually was Artie booing them. I think Lou said when Jim was shouting the name, this is what True Life told him. When Jim was shouting the name on the phone, you know, he thought it was Lou. All right. So anyway, from what my brother is telling me, he said and you will have to get him here to go.
Yeah,
into
we're gonna
the
get
details.
Salute.
Yeah,
Definitely Salute. That's the homie too. So let's not get it twisted. That's the homie.
Yeah. And yeah, check on the documentary too. Lou's gonna break everything down on the documentary, which is Baby Thad versus Twiz. The documentary that I'm working on.
When that coming?
That's coming Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We dropping that.
Yep. That's right around the corner.
Yeah, that's coming Thanksgiving.
Salute.
And we dropping a soundtrack with it.
Oh, salute.
Right?
That joint gonna be on there? That mean you doing?
Yeah, of course.
Of
course.
And that is on my docu-series, the M.Reck docu-series.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's a lot of projects coming out, but continue on, my brother. Love.
Yes, sir, always. And
hold on, one. Shouts to DJ Raw Heat too, shooting my doc too. Yeah. And
what's up, Raw?
Salute.
So
and the homie Fizz too. Salute to Raw Heat and Fizz. My bad for that.
And unfortunately, I'm giving you the story secondhand.
Yeah, but you know what it is.
But from what bro explained to me was like Jim and True Life was riding around and both of them had the vest on or something like that to that nature. Yeah. And Jim kept saying, yo, my stomach hurt, man. Like, there's something going on with my stomach. and it kind of raised a red flag with True Life, where he was like, damn, who the fuck is this Gangsta Lou dude that he's so afraid of him? You understand?
So hold on, Jim was on the type of time, what's the movie? Trey was on from Boys in the Hood?
What is that?
Remember how they was about to put the work in, Doughboy and and Trey was like, "Let me out." Remember the movie Boys in the Hood?
I think I remember something.
So Jim and True Life was in the car, allegedly, about to put work in on Lou.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's what their plans
And Jim
were.
was saying something wrong with my stomach.
I know
Okay,
whenever
good.
Lou name came up, the fear was apparent.
Got you. But finish on from the part when he was in the car and he was talking about his stomach was hurting.
Yeah, and like I said, this I could be wrong. You know, this is secondhand information as far as I'm concerned. But it made True Life want to know who this Lou cat was. You know, and that's how we wound up meeting True Life. And Lou and True Life worked it out.
Okay.
They respected each other.
Now, when y'all met True Life, it had to be some tension at first.
None.
Okay.
Because what he did after the red flags were raised, it made him like, yo, man, who the hell is this gangster Lou dude? Let me do some homework. So once he went and did homework and found out the boy official, it made him from one gangster to another. Yo,
it was respect.
Yeah, he did through whatever channels he did it, and wound up getting Lou downtown, and they had a conversation about it.
Got you.
So that's really where the beef started. So I remember.
Let me stop you there. Now, okay, that's where the beef started with Jim and Lou, but also, and of course, True Life, but also that's where True Life and Jim beef started in a sense.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
You might have cracked the code with that because nobody really knew where they beef came from. So at one minute, they riding together in a car about to put work in.
Yeah.
And then once, I guess True Life did his homework and seen Gangsta Lou was official, now him and Jim is beefing because he probably was like, yo,
fam, like you trying to get me in some shit. Because if anybody do something to Lou, it's a lot of people that.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And you seen what True Life did to Jim and them Dipset niggas.
Yeah. So that's initially where that beef
started.
started.
Wow, you cracked the code. Like
so
that.
now at this point the tension is in the air, right? So Lou and I met up with Joel's one time. We ran into Joel's on 151st on Amsterdam Avenue. So we talking to Joel's. I said to Joel's, yo, Joel's, you know, I know Jim and the homie going through whatever they going to, but I want to extend the olive branch. You see what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody get killed. You see what I'm saying? This thing could be put the rest. So
what was his response?
He was receptive to it. He like, yeah, Dad, yo, B, you know, it's all good. Because I'm like, yo, me and you do a song, and we just gonna put it out there that it's all love. You see what I'm saying? And Jim and Luke could squash whatever they going to. So
that'd have been dope.
Yeah, yeah. And it didn't come to life, and it didn't come to life because Joel's didn't want to do it, but it didn't come to life because there's a time and a place for everything, right?
Gotcha.
So now the tension is high. So this brings I'm gonna bring my little brother into the picture now. One day I'm in my mother's house, right? So I see my brother's book bag on the sink. So when I see Phoenix book bag on the sink, I'm like, yo, let me go through Phoenix book bag, see what he up to. So I pick up his book bag, I go through his book bag. So when I went through his book bag, a razor fell out. So in hindsight, when I look at it, the razor was very important. The razor dropped on the floor, but when I look back at it, it almost dropped in slow motion, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So I picked up the razor, put it back in his bag, like, oh, my little brother, you know, I used to do the same thing.
He holding it down, right?
Yeah. Just looking at it from an ignorant standpoint. You understand? So I put the razor in the bag. When I went through his bag further, I saw he had cracks in there. So I'm like, damn.
Yeah, hustling.
Yeah, he got cracks. I'm like, so I went to Lou. I'm like, yo, Lou, I found cracks in Phoenix book bag, man. So Lou like, yo, have a talk with him, Dad. He's like, yo, what we gonna do? let's try to get him doing something else. I'm like, yeah, B, I could get him to probably go up the hill and sell CDs, which was 145th between Amsterdam and Broadway.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna send him up there to meet E. But shout out to my man E from Chi-Town, Pookie. He called me after your last interview. He in Chicago now.
Salute.
Yeah, he just got shot 5 times in March.
Wow.
Thank God you alive. Chicago is crazy.
Chicago's crazy.
Yeah.
Shouts to the whole Chi-Town too.
Yeah,
I get a lot of calls, and a lot of people from the Rec Mob is subscribed to my channel and is from Chi-Town. So salute to Chicago.
Shout out to my boy E.
Chi-Racker. I don't know what they call it, but salute.
So I sent them up there. I sat him down. I said, yo, Phoenix, when you buy a CD for $1, you sell it for $10 up there, bro. What kind of profit
That's
is that?
crazy feeling.
Yeah, he said, yeah, that's a crazy profit. All right. So go up there and meet with E and work that out with him. I contacted E. I told him my brother was coming up there to meet him.
Gotcha.
Now fast forward, I would say this was months later. I get a call that a gentleman named Luca Brasi stepped to my brother and told my brother he can't sell CDs up there.
Tell you what.
Yeah. So I'm going back to my history on 145th between Einstein and Broadway. I was part of the Fox unit on that block, bro. That abandoned school, we used to play baseball in that school. And we broke the wall. When we hit the ball in the window, we used to go into the school to get the ball, the 5 flights. There'd been abandoned school there for years.
Wow.
And that's where we saw bats and raccoons and all that inside the abandoned school. Yeah.
Crazy.
So how could somebody tell my family they can't sell CDs on that block? So I felt a certain way about that. So me and Lou went up there. So I saw Brasi. So me and Brasi talking. Long story short, me and Brasi got it popping, right?
What, with the hands?
Yeah, me and Brasi got it popping. We started rumbling. And I saw Brasi after that. And we dapped each other.
Hold on. You said
respect the Brasi.
Shouts to him, but you said you got it popping. What happened though? Because somebody got to beat somebody, or somebody got to break it up. Like, what happened? I know you're cool.
I just
now.
want to say this, right?
Cool.
Because
I know,
because I don't want to facilitate any further
ignite
tension.
it. You don't want to ignite
because
it.
I still got respect for Brasi. You understand? From one gangster to another. I saw him in Home Depot when I was with my man Ortley when he got out of jail. Well, shout out. He
called me not too long ago.
Yeah,
too, Brasi,
I saw him in Home Depot, and we dapped each other from one G to another. We left it at that. It didn't go any further.
Okay, got you.
So, but just know that I came up boxing. You understand what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm known for. I'm known for knocking people out.
Okay.
My brothers was known for the guns. I was known for putting blood in people's mouth. All right? But I'm wild humble with it. I don't fuck with people. I don't mess with people.
You got it popping.
Yeah, we got it popping.
And you did what you did, and you remain.
Yeah, and we saw each other, and it was all respect.
Got you. Y'all put it together.
What I wasn't aware of at that point was I created a hostile environment for my little brother up the hill. I was kind of blind to that, bro. You understand? So I'm thinking things is all good. So let's fast forward months, probably even a year later, right? At that time, shout out to Bone. I heard Bone from Cali. My boy Bone from Training Day. I heard he's in New York. Branson called me and told me Bone is here. I'm going to get up with Bone. Shout out Bone. Shout out Bone. Uncle Branson. All right?
Salute to Branson. Legend.
So.
Street legend.
So, because it's so much. I got to come back and tell you our story, how we met Bone.
We got to do part 2.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it has something to do with Jim, how we met Bone too.
That's crazy.
Right? So anyway, damn, where was I? Oh, so
it's a year later.
Yeah, it was a year later. So right now I'm signed to Bone and Antoine Fuqua. I'm signed to Universal. Shout out to Sylvia Rome. The American Gangster movie. I remember Antoine Fuqua. I bought the American Gangster movie to my block. The script.
Wow.
Let us read it, and we did a song called.
So you were supposed to be in the movie as well?
Yeah, I was supposed to be in the movie.
Wow.
But what happened was Antoine fell out with whoever the producers were of the movie, and they gave it to somebody else.
Wow.
But we were supposed to be in that movie. So You know, I'm at a high point. The future is looking optimistic to me. So one day I'm in one of my cars. I think it was my drop 350Z. So I pull up the 145th between Amsterdam and Broadway. It's a heavy shopping area. So when I pull up the 145th between Amsterdam and Broadway, like let's say I'm on the eastbound side, my brother was across the street on the westbound side. So I pulled up, I saw him, he had a bag in his hand with the CDs. He walked up and got in my car. So when he got in my car, I saw some dudes that was standing in front of the clothing store. So I looked. So I'm like, yo, Phoenix, who these dudes across the street? Because I remember a dude with a hat and some braids. That's who I remembered out of them. He like, I don't know. He said, but Jim, I said, yo, Brazzy out here? He like, nah. He said, but Jim Jones is out here. So like I said, what I've learned is some people harbor feelings. So I don't know if Jim still felt the way about that interaction between him, Raekwon, and I. I didn't. You see what I'm saying? I'm thinking that's what the feelings was really about. So I said to him, yo, Brazzy out here? He said, nah, Jim Jones out here. I said, all right. I'm like, where you going? He's like, I'm going to the house because he had to use the bathroom. I said, all right, come on. So my mother's door, the bottom lock on it used to get jammed. And what's crazy is that day I had somebody coming to fix that bottom lock. Okay, so he gets in my car. So we're driving down the hill. So he says to me, yo, let me drive this joint. And I began kind of shook, and I'm talking about the shit.
My bad, bro. I'm sorry.
So he said, yo, let me drive this joint. I'm like, yo, Phoenix, I don't want this joint no more. I said, yo, get your permit and I'll give it to you, bro.
But you ain't let him drive right then and there.
Nah, I was gonna give it to him. As soon as he bought a permit to me, here, it's yours. See what I'm saying? Because he was too young to have the license.
Got you.
So you know, his birthday was coming up or something. So your next birthday, you could have this joint.
Got you. That's cheap.
So, because he died at 15.
Wow.
So, he like, I said, yo, get your license, I'll give you this joint. Damn, this is kind of hard. So, we get down to my mother building. So,
take your time, bro.
He gets out the car. He like, yo, I don't got my keys. You got your keys? I'm like, yeah, here. I give him my keys. So I'm going to see a shorty I had out in Brooklyn. So I give him my keys. I'm on my way. So about 10 minutes later, I get a call from my sister, Genesis, like, yo, what's wrong with Phoenix?
Oh, take your time, bro. Yeah, I know it's your brother, man. Take your time, bro.
This is more anger than anything, bro. It's more anger. He ain't had to die like that, bro. Damn, I gotta pull myself together. All right, so she's like, yeah, what's wrong with Phoenix? Damn, I gotta pull myself together. Come on, Dad.
You got it, bro. Take your time.
She said, what's wrong with Phoenix? I'm like, why you say that? She said, because he just got mad at me and said, yo, why you lock the top lock? And he threw the keys at her. So I'm like, nah, the top lock ain't locked. The bottom lock just be jammed. So I'm like, where he at? She said he went back up the hill. So at that point, something came to me that I was supposed to do, but it slipped my mind. I was going to tell him, yo, Phoenix, don't go back up the hill and let me do some investigation, send one of my peoples over there and see who these dudes are. I didn't, and I don't know why. So, I'm like, all right, don't worry about it. I'll get the lock fixed when I get back home. So about 30 minutes later, I'm on the Brooklyn Bridge, bro. Wild traffic. I get a call from my sister Midas, like, yo, they shot Phoenix.
Damn.
So, it's 5 stages of grief. What I've learned. It's it's denial. It's anger. It's bargaining. It's depression, and it's acceptance. And Lord knows I experienced all 5 of those. So
you know what? Let's stop there. But I just need you to say one thing.
yeah.
Just to clear the air. We're gonna give them the full story with your brother because this is real touching. Why do Jim Jones think he was on American Most Wanted? Just answer that question, and we're gonna leave it as that, and then come to part 2.
The cause of my brother's death was facilitated by a young man that was 13 years old, and he was the nephew, I believe, of a gentleman named Zoo. If you look at America's Most Wanted, it's a gentleman named Carlos Thompson. Now, the deep thing about Zoo is I was speaking to my mother about 7 months ago in the story. You know, the topic of Phoenix came up. And she said, you know I'm not mad at Zoo, right? So it's deep for her to say that to me. I said, why? She said, because at his sentencing, because he copped out to a 12 flat, she said at his sentencing, she could see that he really felt remorse. And she said she met his mother and his sister, and she could see that he came from a good family. They were nice people. And what's crazy is when I did the teaser, you know, my phone started ringing, and my brother Pops called.
What, the one that was
my
just on
brother that died.
MRecktv?
My brother that died.
No, I'm talking about the teaser.
Yeah, the teaser for MRecktv.
Gotcha.
My brother Pops called, and he said, you know I hold no ill will towards Zoo, right? And I'm like, damn, Jimmy Jackie said the same thing to me. Why? He said the same thing that she said. So by default, Zoo, I don't hold any ill will to you. And you know why, bro? That day that you got cut, I did my investigation and I found out what happened, and I found out exactly who was involved. The day that he got cut. Now, if you go on my Instagram at @btwiz, you'll see a portrait of my little brother I bought for my mother. Cost me a couple thousands, but I bought a portrait of my brother for my mother. You'll see visually he's a kid. Anybody who see Phoenix will know, yo, this is a kid. So a bunch of them surrounded him, and I heard he was trying to walk away, but they kept pulling him and containing him within the circle. And they started jumping him, beating him up, stomping him on the floor. That same razor that I told you fell out the book bag in hindsight, he took that same razor and cut Zoo. You see what I'm saying? So once he cut Zoo, the little boy just took off to the car. They was parked across the street wherever the gun was. I remember the gun. I saw it at the case, a 38 snub nose silver. He went, got the gun. So Zoo saw the little boy and tried to stop him, from what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Zoo was like, yo, no. But Shorty didn't listen to him. And he followed my little brother, because my little brother went to the phone booth on 144th and Broadway. He was trying to call me, bro.
Wow.
And he shot him right there, B.
Wow. Damn.
I'm fucking mad, bro.
I know that. It's your brother, man.
Oh, anyway, he was trying to call me.
Wow.
It was one other person that could have stopped that boy, because he was in the path of the boy running with the gun, and he didn't. I don't want to say who it is. Y'all figure it out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for him to get on Hot 97 talking about, yeah, I've been on America, capitalizing off my brother's death, you's a fucking sucker, man. The hell you mean you was on 97? And that's why I respect Cam. Cause shout out to Cam, cause I saw Cam after.
That was the same
all this.
situation Cameron was talking about.
Yeah, when Cam went on live, like it was him. It wasn't Jim. And I harping back to the fraudulent activity that he gave me when I was with Ray. The boy is a fraud, B. The boy is a fraud. Let me tell you something, Reck. No matter how many people I inflict physical damage on, because Lou and I went temporarily insane. My family begged Lou, because my family begged him, Lou, do not retaliate. My family begged him, and Lou loves my family, and he honored their request, because we was ready. And I was willing to go there, because I wanted retribution.
I was your brother, man.
Yo, it hurts, bro. I'm devastated.
I can see.
It's devastating.
M.Reck. Y'all wanna stunt and floss on Front Street? The Hawk will tear through your gut, spill out your lunch meat. You the main Vic, they booking for drugs. Niggas starving out here, and you looking like grub. That new M.Reck Catch a Lick single, aka Money Dance, that's killing the airwaves on Shade 405 and many different other stations in Connecticut, Boston, so forth and so on. You can get it now. The links is in the video description. It's available on Google Play, Deezer, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, etc., etc. Go get that. One. Slug you, the streets don't love you. Not at all. By now, homie, you shoulda knew that. Ain't no Nino Browns in this town. You a new jack. Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact Mrecktvpromo, MRecktv promo@gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. MRecktv. It's got a music.